Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I want to show you a couple of items I purchased from Lancôme within the last couple of weeks. I have a subscriber really to thank for this. One of my Italian subscribers, and I follow her as well. The channel, and I'm probably going to murder this, I think it's called Bob Mindset, or it may be B-O-B Mindset, because it's capital B's with a little O in the middle. I don't know what it means. Maybe I should have asked her. Anyway, she does great makeup videos, a bit like me. We never see her face. She's got a great curated collection, and she's really good at colour and tone matching and descriptions, and advising what products are worth investing in and what not so much, and how to curate your collection. So I really enjoy her videos. And she did one a few weeks ago about bronzers, specifically the newly reformulated Lancôme bronzers. Now, I'm not a huge bronzer user, as I think I've said before. I literally have a handful in my collection, and I can go many days, if not weeks, without using bronzer at all. So I'm not the world's greatest authority on any makeup, really, but certainly not bronzers. And my all-time favourite bronzer is Tom Ford's Terror, which is the favourite of a lot of people, because it's a beautiful powder, it's beautiful consistency, but it's also a very cool tone, desaturated bronzer, which is almost more like a contour for a lot of people, and is what I need. I can't bear any orange or yellow in a bronzer. So I started looking at this video, and I thought, oh, well, I'll have a look at these new bronzers, because it does seem that this colour range might suit me. Let's look at the bronzer, although the main point of my discovery was actually this little package here, which I'll come to soon, because it was something I had looked for many months ago and never seen on the website. And I don't really look at Lancôme that much, but thanks to Bob Mindset, B-O-B Mindset, I happened to be on the website and I happened to catch it. Anyway, the bronzers, this is a new reformulation of the Teint Idole Ultra Wear Skin Transforming Bronzer. And I went for, I think this is the lighter shade. I don't think there was a double O. 01 Fair, having seen the video. And with so much, sorry, banging the camera, so much cardboard. Pretty packaging, a kind of plastic but good quality, I suppose, kind of tortoiseshell with the gold revamped trademark kind of rose from Lancôme. So a nice and lightweight, actually, which is good, and nice bit of detailing there, the Lancôme on the side. A very nice ergonomic palette, which is good. Easy to get into, which is excellent. And you can see this is an incredibly light bronzer, almost with, I'm not sure it's showing on the monitor because I'm having to push the pan towards the light of the window. It's a fairly gloomy day today in London, despite the heat. A faint rosy tint to the powder, which is very nicely fine. Sorry, I've got some red on my, I've just been washing a fountain pen on my finger there. You can see. And when swatched, you can see how faint this would be for a lot of people. Very buildable, but exactly what my fair, cool to neutral skin likes. As a reference point, if you too are a fan of Terror, here is Terror next to it, and you can see Terror is much darker, and doesn't even look as cool as it actually is. next to this powder. So for some people, this would absolutely be a powder rather than a bronzer. Now, I've only worn it face once, and I really liked it. But I'm really pleased to have that as a very light tone, particularly in the winter, as a bronzer. So I was pleased with that. But what really delighted me when I went on the Lancôme website was this limited edition palette, which was done in collaboration with the Louvre. And I'd seen some videos, I think all American, for this palette, literally months ago. Immediately looked round. It wasn't on the website. It wasn't on the websites of anyone who stocked Lancôme. I even went into a very large Boots, which had a big Lancôme concession, and they knew nothing about it. And I looked from time to time, and it never came up. So imagine my surprise when I see not only is it on the website, but it's on sale. Joy of joys. Now, here we are, very substantial packaging. And there we have a portion of one of these statues from the Richelieu wing of the Louvre, which specialises in sculpture, as the beautiful palette lid. I do think Lancôme's packaging is lovely. On the back, the Richelieu wing palette, there's a highlighter and 4 shadows. And then when we go into our beautiful palette, there it is. You can see I haven't used the brushes at all yet. Beautifully sculptural. So taken together, I think you've got a kind of deconstruction of that part of the statue on the 5 pans. I'm wordless even looking at it, because it is like a work of art. I'm not sure I'm even going to try to wear this palette. But I do like the colour story, even though it's a bit warmer than I would normally go for. Shall we do teeny weeny swatches so that you can see? Here's the interesting teal green, peacock tail colour. A rosy gold, you can see, very shiny. This almost dual toned, much darker gold. A lovely copper. I love those two together. They're quite pigmented. They're very metallic. This is a really interesting shade. Maybe I will wear it. I mean, particularly that green hasn't got as much kind of sculpture on it. And then a large highlighter, which isn't too scary, actually, if you're not into very shiny, glittery highlighters. That one is actually quite subtle. Look how pretty the pink is as well. I love the colourways of this palette. I haven't worn it on my eyes yet, so I can't tell you how it wears on the eyes. I've just been so in love with looking at it, to be honest. I've been trying to, as I think I've said before, kind of curate my palette, curate my collection of makeup a bit, because I've got drawers and drawers. I forget what I've got. I don't wear a lot of things. I wear a quite small rotation of things fairly regularly, and that's become more and more true in the years since the pandemic. I find that when I buy a product, I know pretty quickly if I'm going to use it, literally after the first or second use. And if I'm not 100% behind it, then I'm not going to use it, even sometimes after I've swatched it. which is a huge waste of money, particularly when I could actually go into the shops and try things out now. But I haven't got out of the habit of buying online, which started in the pandemic. So I have been getting rid of a lot of items, but there are some items that I will keep even though I'm not wearing them for nostalgic purposes or because they're just so beautiful. And this is so beautiful as a palette in its own right, and because I do love the Louvre in Paris, have a lot of happy memories of time spent there. So there's a little fold out information about the Louvre and the collaboration in the box. And you're going to say, well, how much was that? And, you know, I honestly can't remember. It was quite expensive to begin with, and I think it was reduced down to, I'm going to say, the high 50s. It was about £50. It was certainly appreciably less, I remember thinking now, than a Tom Ford quad, which is £70 now in the UK. Ridiculous, really. So there we are. I am so pleased with this palette, even though I haven't worn it yet. I might go with that green and gold tonight. I am going out and I have a new outfit to wear, so maybe I'll make a bit of an effort with this. But I suspect this palette is going to sit in the drawer of things I just like to take out and look at occasionally. The bronzer I will definitely be wearing this summer. So I hope you're all doing well, and I will see you all again soon. Till then, bye-bye.